Welcome back to Reflect. My name is Brendan. Donald Trump is sliding deeper and deeper into a really dark place. Yesterday, I made a video about him calling Kamala Harris mentally disabled.
Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. She was born that way. And if you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country. Anybody would know this.
Really can't get any lower than that. But today, he pretty much came up to that line and perhaps made a comment that was even worse when he said that he wanted a day, an hour of essentially a purge in America.
Do it because the liberal left won't let them do it. The liberal left wants to destroy them, and they want to destroy our country. You know, if you had one day, like one real rough, nasty day with the drugstores as an example, but they have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, Congressman Kelly, put him in charge for one day. Mike, would you say, he's right here, it's a chain of events that's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately. You know, it'll end immediately.
Saying there that the liberal left wants to destroy the country by, I'm guessing, not allowing the police to just go buck wild and murder whoever they want to for a day or an hour. He says one rough hour, real rough. The word will get out and it will end immediately. I mean, this is a sick and twisted fantasy of Donald Trump, the authoritarian who rules with the fist. Just sick and demented. And I'm guessing the police would have immunity from prosecution when they were to do this. Because why else would they do it if it could come back to bite them? Donald Trump would probably want to just pardon any police officers that, I don't know, say went out and killed maybe their ex-wife's new husband or anyone they didn't like. I mean, just imagine how scary that is, giving the police an hour or a day of immunity to get real rough. Really, really dark fantasies from Trump here. And remember that Trump wants to pardon the January 6th rioters. So it is absolutely kind of reasonable to me that he would want to give these police officers immunity. And let's talk about immunity, because according to the Supreme Court, if you were to allow police to have an hour-long, day-long purge, that would be an official act, and he would be immune from prosecution for that. Another reminder of how scary the Supreme Court ruling is, how scary another Trump term would be. I mean, the violence is shocking coming from Donald Trump, the guy who was nearly murdered, nearly assassinated twice, and then went on to blame the liberal left Democrats for the violent rhetoric that he, cried foul. The violent rhetoric that somehow caused two Republicans who don't listen to the liberal left, those two Republicans wanted to assassinate Donald Trump. And then here he is calling for just insanely violent rhetoric. And what this is it's also a subtle kind of whistle to his violent supporters. Notice how he coupled the liberal left with the criminals in this statement. Like, this is a very subtle way of saying, hey, it's time to get violent with Democrats. When they already have. They've targeted synagogues, mass shootings. They've targeted grocery stores where black and brown minorities do their shopping. Like, this is a trend that we've seen on the right, and Trump just doesn't care. He's provoking and just spreading gas on the fire that's already there. He's also, losing his mind. Let's watch another clip of him talking about actors playing Republicans in Hollywood movies.
If you wanted to do a movie on some of these people that you're going to be looking at in 2 minutes, if you wanted to do a movie, there's no actor in Hollywood that could play the role. There's nobody that could do it. These actors, they're a little bit shaky. They can't play the role. They'll bring in a big actor, and you look, you say, oh, he's got no muscle content. He's got no muscle. We need a little muscle. Then they bring in another one, but he's got a weak face. He looks weak. No, these guys have the whole package, unfortunately for our country. I watched one of them shouting at a judge, I kill you. I kill you when I get out. I kill you. And, the judge is like, oh, he's never heard this stuff. And even the guards, they want to look for a new job themselves. I kill you.
Can we seriously trust this lunatic to run the country for a second term? Hell no. I mean, what is he even talking about there? And then what is he talking about there with the judges? Like, is he trying to defend the judges like this serial criminal fraudster? Donald Trump is trying to, somehow defend judges. I'm just confused. Donald Trump, the guy who attacked and attacks the judges who are overseeing his trials, like, constantly. This guy is deranged. He continues to slide into very dark places, and somebody is gonna get hurt because of his remarks, and Donald Trump needs to be held accountable. The Republican Party's not going to do it, so we as Americans have to do it at the ballot box, and then, fingers crossed that these trials go the way of the American people and justice it begins to be restored in our country in terms of, Donald Trump's relationship with it. Let's put this guy behind bars. Let me know what your thoughts are on Trump calling for a day of purge, and also his just delusional remarks on actors. I don't know if you even knew or know what he's talking about there. Let me know your reflections in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more videos about the election.